Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Alter Bridge universe, where I'm reviewing every full-length record featuring one or more members of Alter Bridge. Today's Friday, and that means we've reached the end of week 5, and now there's only 7 days left until the release of Pawns and Kings. In this video though, I'm reviewing SMKC's third record, Livin' the Dream. So, let's get to it. First off, I need to correct something from a previous video. In my review of World on Fire, SMKC's previous album, I stated that it was one of 2 records in this entire series where Myles provided vocals but not guitar. However, this was incorrect. Rather, World on Fire was one of only 2 records at the time where Myles only provided vocals. In this album and their most recent release 4, he's continued this trend, with Frank Sidoris filling the role of rhythm guitarist. I apologize if there was any confusion about this fact, and now with that out of the way, let's talk about Livin' the Dream. Slash explained in an interview that the title was an ironic commentary on the state of the world in 2018. Man, if only he'd known. This is the first SMKC record lacking a title track, and it was also the shortest record the band had produced, both in terms of length and number of tracks until their most recent album 4. Slash described the record as being more concise and to the point, but contrarily, not predictable. Personally, I appreciate this idea a lot. While I enjoy long guitar solos and drawn out epics as much as the next guy, I also don't like wasting my time with unnecessary or redundant elements. I criticize the last record for its length, and though it wasn't a significant detractor, it was still nice to see that this problem was addressed in this record. However, in execution, this album isn't exactly forging a new path ahead of its predecessors. I enjoyed it, but the thought crossing my mind the whole time while listening was, yep, that's another SMKC record, and not, wow, this is awesome, I've gotta hear more ASAP. I wasn't impressed by much beyond my standard love of Myles' voice and Slash's guitar skills. Frank Sidoris' guitar adds some depth to this record, but not enough to eclipse anything that I've already heard. Let me make sure my point here is clear. Everyone in the band contributes a solid, energetic performance that's fun and skilled, but not revolutionary. This is yet another instance of a band being so consistently good that when they don't one-up themselves, it appears worse than it actually is. Most of this record's singles are great examples of this. My Antidote, Mind Your Manners, and Boulevard of Broken Hearts are all good songs, but they feel safe and familiar. However, the record's leading single, Driving Rain, the opener, The Call of the Wild, Sugarcane, and the big ballad, The One You Loved Is Gone, are all standout songs with new, well-executed ideas. The last song I mentioned does borrow a vocal riff note for note from the last record's power ballad, Battleground. So that's a little weird. Not sure why Myles decided to do that, considering it's a very obvious part in both songs. On its own, Livin' the Dream would be a very good modern rock album, but when added to the lineup of other SMKC records, its best features start becoming a little less noteworthy. It's an expertly produced and performed record, but the songs just don't blow me away or knock my socks off like with other albums. Of course, these songs are good, and some people may enjoy them more so than others, but overall, the album was more like an extension of World on Fire rather than a new independent entity. There's nothing wrong with that since the music is good, but since I'm reviewing every album on the same metrics, it inevitably falls short of the highest ranking albums by a decent margin. Before I provide the final score though, I do want to say that of SMKC's 4 albums, I've listened to this one the least, so it is possible that it may grow on me over time. But for now, I'm giving Living the Dream by SMKC an 8.7 out of 10. What's your favorite song from Livin' the Dream? Let me know in the comments below. On Monday, we begin the final countdown to Pawns and Kings with Alter Bridge's most recent album, Walk the Sky. So come on back at 9 a.m. Central Time for the next episode. In the meantime, if you've missed any reviews and need to get caught up, check out this playlist with every episode of the Alter Bridge universe. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.